Civic life and citizen participation. What are civics? Civics is the study of citizenship, rights, and duties. It is divided into different topics, including family, nation, state, and government. What is it more specifically? Let's start with family. A family is a group made of parents and children that live together or interact in some way. In Panama, families are very diverse because of the immigrants that once settled in the country. Panamanian families are descendants from Creoles, Mestizos, European, Africans, and Indigenous. An ideal family in Panama is a nuclear family of a married couple with their kids. Families in Panama are very close. They usually live close to each other and they visit each other constantly. They like to do fun things during the weekend and they like to visit each other in the holidays. The foods they eat in their holidays are influenced by their ancestors, like meat and chicken, beans, patacones and other dishes made with plantain, seafood, soups, and finally, their dishes are usually joined by tropical fruits. Families in Panama usually speak Spanish, yet some speak English. Most of the population of Panama is Roman Catholic, which is 85%. Others are Muslims and Protestants. In Panama, a typical marriage is between two people only. Some couples don't get married, but after 5 years the government will consider it a marriage. Spouses can get a divorce since it is allowed by the Civil Code of liberal laws. A usual teen in Panama goes to school and they do their homework during the week, so in the weekend they can have free time. These are some of the things they like to do. They like to go out with their friends, party and go to the movies, and they like to play sports. This is not the only way all families in Panama live. There are also Guayamí families. Guayamí families are indigenous that live in the north and south of Panama. Normal Guayamí men have one wife, yet the leader of the group can have more than one wife.
A nation is a group that is united by sharing culture, history, and language that inhabits a certain country or territory. A nation has 5 important factors. The first one is a population, which are all the inhabitants of a particular town, area, or country set born in the territory. Then there's government, which is the governing body of a nation, state, or community. The third is territory, which is an area of land under the jurisdiction of a ruler or state. A nation needs sovereignty, which is the independence of a country allowing the citizens to have freedom. Lastly, culture, which are all the customs, arts, social institutes, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or another social group. Panama is a nation because it has a territory of 74,177.3 kilometers squared, with a population of 4,219,107. Governing over Panama is a representative, unitary, democratic, and sovereignty system. It's representative because it has an electoral system where citizens vote to elect people to represent their interests and concerns. Also, it's unitary because it has a central government, which means it has a president. It's Republican government since the citizens' body elects the leader and the power is held by the Panamanian citizens. It's a sovereignty since the Panamanian government allows people to be independent. Panama as a country helps citizens have freedom. Panama has culture that is hybrid of African native Panamanian and European culture. For example, as a part of their culture, one of the dance called the tamborinito, which is a hybrid from Spanish dance and a Native American dance. Governments are a group of people ruling a community over a certain system. A state is a community that lives over a single government and political structure.
Around the globe, countries have different kinds of governments, which are democracy. This is a government by the people where everyone has an equal voice. The supreme power is exercised by the people through a system of representation. This means having a president obtained by free elections. An example would be USA. A monarchy is an undivided rule by a single person whose power is passed down to blood family. This ruler has absolute sovereignty of the country. An example where this type of government exists is in Dubai. Anarchy is a country with the absence of government. This creates a state of lawlessness due to no authority. An example of anarchy is Puerto Real. A communist government supports a theoretical system in which goods are available to all people as needed. A communist country would be Cuba. A dictatorship is a form of government with autocratic rule. This means that there is absolute power concentrated in one leader who is the dictator. In this case, an example would be Venezuela. Theocracy is a government of a state that has divine guidance. Leaders are divinely chosen and guided. The most famous example would be Vatican City. Panama has a unitarian government, which is governed by a single power in which the central government is supreme. In Panama's case, the president is Nito Cortizo. Panama is also a republican government, in which political power is coming from the people. The state is ruled by representatives of the citizen body, so that the people's voice is heard. A democratic government is a system in which power is vested in the people. Panama is also a democratic government. This power runs through the freely elected representatives. A representative government is a system in which citizens vote to elect people that will represent their interests and ideas in the government. The people elected meet to make laws depending on the community's needs, or the direct votes from them. Panama, once again, is a representative government.